I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. The topic of this newsletter is going to be taking everything way too seriously. I've got an email here from a viewer, and he says, "Hey Corey, so I met this girl about 6 months ago when we started working at my job. We're both in college. At first we really didn't talk, just here and there during lunch break and stuff like that. But then one day she texted me asking if I could cover her shift for her. From then on, we started talking every day, and I found out that she was in a relationship, but it didn't bother me that much because I just started talking to her and wasn't really interested. But as time went by, we started to talk more and more and hang out, and I started to grow feelings for her very fast. Even though I had feelings for her and she was in a relationship, I acted nothing but a friend to her. But then as more time passed, I started jokingly to tell her that she should move on from him because he was just graduated from high school and she was in college. We talked about it here and there, and she just told me that she couldn't do it because she said she loves him and it would hurt too much, blah, blah, blah. You should never go after chicks that have a boyfriend. I talk about this all the time because if you're able to successfully pull her away from the other dude, eventually, and get her to cheat on him, eventually, guess what? She'll cheat on you when you get lazy and complacent just like her current boyfriend did. And how do I know that? I learned it from experience, and I wrote about it in my book. It's a bad way to go. Plus, when you get hung up on a girl like this who's unavailable, you'll spend months, even years, wasting your life with holding out hope for a girl that you can't even have and who's unavailable. And people that do that are just trying to avoid being in a relationship altogether. That's something to think about. I did a video the other day for a guy that's been a year and a half all hung up on a chick that's his personal trainer. She's been in a relationship for 5 years with a dude. You don't want to go that route. So long story short, about 3 weeks ago, he decided to break up with her because he was going through some problems, and part of the breakup was because of me. We would hang out pretty much every day and talk nonstop, and it made him mad. Yeah, because obviously she spent all her time with you, and she goes home and she tells him all about her friend, which was you, and that would get any guy pissed off. He says, I don't blame him, seeing as that would make any guy mad if his girl was doing that. It's like karma, you reap what you sow, dude. If you don't want that shit to happen to you, don't go out and do it to another guy. So after he broke up with her, me and her became even more close. We started dating, going to eat together multiple times a week, etc. But by now, she knew that I had strong feelings for her and wanted to be in a relationship. You're doing things out of sequence here. It's the woman's job to bring up relationship talk, and you're not doing that, obviously. You're just trying to force things along to where you want them to go, and you're completely ignoring how she feels about you. Like I talk about in my book, women fall in love slowly over time. And because guys tend to be logic-driven and goal-oriented and goal-focused, so it's like you're just trying to lock this girl down to a commitment so you can have a level of comfort that she's yours. She has to earn your love, and you have to earn hers throughout the courtship. Not like you have to prove something to her, but you have to go through the steps in order to get her to feel more and more attraction to you and eventually fall in love. And when she falls in love, that's when she brings up the topic of a relationship and being exclusive and things of that nature. He says, so she started telling me that she needs time to recover because of her and her boyfriend were dating for 15 months. I completely understand that and told her that to take as much time as you need. Being who I am, I started to become desperate because I wanted to be with her and didn't want anyone to snatch her up while she was single. That's a scarcity and a poverty mindset, and it tells me that you don't understand women and you don't know the material in my book, because if you did, you would know that all you would have to do is continue doing what you were doing, going out with her, dating her, courting her, sleep with her, make love to her, make sure she's doing 70 to 80% of the calling, texting, and pursuing. But more than likely, you were probably doing most of the pursuing and most of the texting because you're worried about some other dude ripping her off from you, just like you basically ripped her off from her boyfriend. And when you're in a fearful place, in a scarcity place, you're trying to force things, and that messes with a woman's level of safety and comfort. And when you do that, it causes her to back away. And more than likely, when she started to back away and started to tell you that she's not ready for a relationship and all these things, it caused you to chase her even more, which caused her to back away even more. He says, I started getting close to her, touching and kissing, holding hands, and she did not really like that, I guess, because she kept telling me I was moving kind of fast and it did not feel right for her to be doing things like that already. Yeah, you're trying to force things in the relationship. You should be hanging back and waiting, because when it's appropriate and it's okay and a girl's comfortable to have you touch her, she'll start touching you. She'll start touching your arm. She'll play with her hair, those kinds of things. She'll bump into you as you're walking, and you're obviously completely ignored and we're clueless about body language and touching. And so instead of you hanging back and waiting and being cool, you in essence assume the woman's role in this relationship, and that's why she's doing and saying the things she's doing to you. He says, so I eased up a little. So fast forward a couple of weeks later, and she started telling me that she wants to go out and find out who she is after the breakup. She said she wanted to go to parties and meet new guys to see who feels right for her, and that kind of makes me upset. Well, what that tells you is that you've caused her to feel like you're not the right girl for her because you're acting needy and insecure, and you've pushed her away because you're completely focused on how you feel about her, but you're ignoring how she feels about you and what you're getting back from her. You're doing all the chasing in this relationship. He says, so I went against it, which I shouldn't have done, seeing that. But anyways, I would really get emotional at her for stuff like that, and she started telling me that I'm taking everything way too seriously and I'm being very emotional and I just need to relax. She's telling you that you're acting like a little girl, basically. So a couple of days ago, I told her that she should go figure out what she wants and come tell me. 3 days ago, she tells me that she doesn't want a relationship right now, but we all know what that means. In other words, she doesn't want to have a relationship with you because you're trying to force it. I told her what exactly that means, and she denied it like any other girl would. It's like trying to argue with a woman is pointless, dude. So as she was leaving my house, she asked me if I was going to text her, and I said no, and kind of closed the door too hard, I guess. It's been 3 days now, and I haven't heard from her yet. Yesterday, I texted her and apologized for slamming the door. And again, you're still chasing her. Door on her, and she said it's okay, and that was it. So my question is this: is there any hope that she'll call and text me back when I told her I won't text her, and right now she says that she just wants to be friends? You want more than friendship. She doesn't. So for you to continue to pursue and text her when you've just told her you're not going to do it expresses weakness. Why? Because you're not being congruent with your words. You told her you're not going to text her, and then yet a few days go by and you continue to text her. So that causes a woman to doubt your masculine core, and she's already doubting it enough because you've acted like a woman at this point. He says, better yet, how can I make her come back to me? Do absolutely nothing. Just walk away. And when she texts you and she reaches out to you, just say, hey, why don't you grab a bottle of wine, come on over to my place, we'll make dinner together. And if she won't make definite plans to do that, then just say, well, just give me a call when you figure out your schedule and we'll get together. And then just walk away again. Just keep doing that. One of two things will happen. She'll either throw in the towel and come over, bring a bottle of wine and make dinner with you, or she'll stop calling you altogether. In the meantime, you need to download and read my book and start following what I teach, because the way you're going about this is all wrong. You basically are acting like a woman in the relationship, and that's why she's blowing you off and giving you the let's just be friends speech. You're ignoring what she feels for you and projecting your interest onto her. So the quickest way to get my book is go to my website. On the right-hand side, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that has a link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device already, on the right-hand side of that download page, there's a button you can click to download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your PC. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app. And if you've got a question you want to ask me or a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away and book a paid phone coaching session, you can do it by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you appreciate the value of the information I offer in my articles and my videos, you can show your appreciation by going to my website. On the Wibia toolbar, which is going to be at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.